I'd like to call to order the Hatfield Township Board of Commissioners Workshop Meeting for April 10, 2019. Roll call.
President Zipfel.
Here.
Vice President Hughes.
Here.
Commissioner Andrus.
Here.
Commissioner Rogers.
Here.
Commissioner Thomas.
Here.
I'd like to ask a special guest with us tonight, Larry Stevens, from the Hatfield Museum and Historical Society, if he would lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance this evening. Welcome, Larry. Great to have you. All right, do we have a motion to approve tonight's agenda?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Rogers, second by Commissioner Thomas. All in favor of approving the agenda that's before you and up on the screen, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, that is approved. Citizens' comments. Any citizens' comments on agenda items? All right, seeing none, we're going to move on to our consent items. Is there a motion to enter into the record the consent items listed in your agenda? Motion by
Second.
Commissioner Andrus, second by Commissioner Rogers. Those items include the police report for the month of March, the HTMA meeting minutes of February 12, the North Penn Water Authority meeting minutes of February 26, and the Park and Rec Board meeting minutes of March 4th. With that, I'll call the question. All in favor of moving those into the record, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Hearing none, those are moved into the record. All right, we have a special item, which leads us back to Larry Stevens. Larry, the podium is yours if you like. And for those of you who do not know, Larry is the president of the Hatfield Museum and History Society, and we are thrilled to have him here because we have some good news that I know that he's going to discuss.
Yes, thank you, Tom. And thank you for putting me on the agenda. No, I asked to be put on the agenda because I just wanted to come out and personally thank the board for its support of the society's efforts in getting a museum for Hatfield's history. We organized back in 1992, 27 years ago, and ever since that time, it has been our goal and our dream to have a building where we could make Hatfield's history available to the public. And now, finally, that goal will be realized, and we appreciate the support of the township working with Hatfield Borough to do some work on that building. We're really looking forward to what that building has to offer. We think it's just a perfect location. We think it's a perfect size. It's a diamond in the rough right now, but I think when we're done, we're going to give it a fresh new look, and we're really excited about having an open house dedication sometime later this year, hopefully. So we look forward to inviting you all to that. So I just want to come out again and thank you all for your support. Thank you.
You're most welcome. And Larry, thank you for all you've done, not only for the museum, keeping it alive for all of these years, or starting it, and all you've done for Hatfield. For those of you who don't know, Larry and his wife are the heads of the Hatfield Chamber of Commerce, and it's a wonderful organization, and they do a wonderful job. So thank you, and all the different things you do to help out in Hatfield. Appreciate it.
And if you've never had the opportunity to go to one of Larry's presentations on Hatfield, you really missed out. He really does an excellent job. Keep it up.
And just mention that Larry probably picked up a lot more work for himself trying to get that building ready, but just so people know, that's the old Bob Gottschall's office building there right at the borough and the township line on Cowpath. So.
Great, thank you. All right, we're going to jump into committee reports. Planning and Zoning Committee, Commissioner Rogers.
Nothing for tonight. It was canceled.
Oh,
We heard from the applicant's engineer earlier today, and he apologized for the late notice, but he had changes he wanted to make to the plan, wasn't able to get them done in time, and asked to be placed on the May agenda.
have a shorter meeting tonight then, longer one in May. All right, Public Works Committee, Vice President Hughes.
Just mention that the 2019 road program has been put out for bid. The bids will be awarded in 2 weeks. just mention that it's more handicap ramps than paving this year to try and get ahead of that, and Aaron will give us some details on it.
Thanks, Vice President Hughes. Just to give you some visuals to accompany what Vice President Hughes said. As the board knows, this year for 2019, the board budgeted roughly $870,000 to improve the roads and the handicap ramps throughout the township to make the township more walkable, more accessible, and improve the infrastructure. So the roads that are being paved in 2019, Lenhart from Cowpath all the way to 309, which is a very long stretch. We'll be sharing the costs with the municipal authority because last year the authority replaced the pipe along that road, so they'll be paying for its portion. Vine Street from Cowpath to the Lansdale Borough line. Cost shared with Montgomery Township because the road is shared, and we've talked about that. We're also repairing the stormwater issue that's currently on that road as well. One thing that we've discovered in the meantime, Commissioners, we'll talk more about it next month most likely, but while meeting with the contractors that are going to repair the pipe, we realized that it's those same contractors that are paving Lansdale's portion of Line Street this year. So we're going to work with Lansdale to come up with a solution to have that contractor pave both portions so there are no seams in the road, no joints in the road, right after they close the road to fix the stormwater problem in Hatfield. So working together with another municipality to hopefully make the project go smoother and in the end a better result for residents in Hatfield and Lansdale and Montgomery. And West Lane is the other. So an illustration of what we're paving in 19 based on the bids. Obviously, all of this depends on the prices that we see in the next few weeks before the board considers awarding. 68 ramps, as Vice President Hughes mentioned. So one of the things that Hatfield's proposing this year is that you'll see that the paving is somewhat limited compared to what we've done in prior years. Now, upgrading the ramps is a requirement through the American Disabilities Act. So the two red dot locations will be the 68 ramps will be upgraded this year in preparation for the paving of those roads next year. Too expensive to put it all into 1 year. So these are the ramps that will be upgraded in 19, and those roads then will be paved in 20 along with other roads as well. So there's 68 ramps in total as part of this year's program in these roads. So just a quick look back, just so we can all sort of remember where we've been focusing. The 2018 paving program is shown there in purple, 17 in yellow, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, and now a 10-year paving history. You see that Hatfield Township has essentially in 10 years paved a good majority of the township. And keep in mind too, our two major roads that run through the town, Cowpath and Ravillo, are both state-owned and state-maintained, as well as Unionville being a county-owned road. So of the roads that are owned and controlled by Hatfield Township within the last 10 years, significant amount of investment has been put into it, and I think it's pretty apparent when you drive around Hatfield compared to some of our other, and actually I'm not even here to compare. It's pretty apparent when you drive around Hatfield is really all that you need. So for about 7 years straight now, the board has put in over $800,000 into the roads, and it's not hard to miss as you drive around. So 2 weeks, we'll talk about it more. We'll see the prices come in, hopefully under where we budgeted, and we'll be able to do all of these things.
And I think also something needs to be said about the amount of roads that we were able to pave, partnering with other authorities and municipalities. You know, we have 2 this year that we're going to partner with. In the past, we've done some others with other authorities, and so we're getting the biggest bang for our buck. So that's an acknowledgement of the staff taking care of that.
Thank you, Vice President.
All right. All right, we're going to move on, unless there's something else. We're going to move on to Park and Recreation Committee. Commissioner Thomas.
Thank you, President Zipfel. Okay, Earth Day is coming up, so that will be on Saturday, April 13th. Residents are able to recycle hazardous materials or shred personal documents at one of 3 locations from 8 a.m. until 12 p.m. It'll be at the Hatfield Township Public Works Complex, Republic Environmental Systems, Stericycle, Franconia Auto Repair. And you can visit the township website for a list of items collected at each site. you're interested in volunteering to help with this year's Earth Day project, register by calling 215-855-0900, extension 126. Volunteers will help clean up from 10 a.m. until 12. The volunteers will be served a pizza lunch, enjoy music, and some activities from 12 to 1 p.m. The pizza this year is sponsored by Vinnie's. Five and Dime is also coming up, and that will be on Sunday, April 14th. And this is our 10th annual Five and Dime race. You can register now for the 5 or 10 miler at runtheday.com. It features a flat course, on-site parking, a tech or cotton shirt, music, and more. If anyone is interested in volunteering on race day, contact Ashley Brody at hatfield.org. Ready, Set Medicare, a free educational event specifically designed to provide you with information you need to make informed decisions about your health care coverage. That happens on Thursday, April 25th. It's from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. here in the Township Administration Building. Get Fit. You can register for the following programs. We have yoga on Thursdays from 7 p.m. to 7:45, starting May 9th, running through June 13th. That'll be in the community room. Residents are $30, non-residents are $40. Teddy Bear Picnic. So our popular Teddy Bear Picnic is back and better than ever. Preschoolers and their guardians can enjoy time in the heated fun pool, snacks, crafts, and more at the Aquatic Center. Remember to bring your favorite teddy bears. Wednesday, May 29th is the date, and it runs from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And again, it's down at the Aquatic Center. Registration is required, and the cost is $5 per child. You can register at hatfieldrec.com. And speaking of the Aquatic Center, online registration for season passes is now open. And for a full list of prices and available discount dates, you can check the website, hatfield.org. Please be sure to read all season pass information listed on the website. And to register, there is no extra fees. Summer Rec Camp. Registration is also now open, and you can register online at hatfieldrec.com. You can also get the full list of prices and available discounts on the website. And then the last thing I have is the Aquatic Center purchases, to which I am going to defer to Aaron.
Thank you, Commissioner Thomas. Commissioner, just two items I want you to be aware of that are included in this meeting's packet, but also will be then for consideration in 2 weeks. Both purchases, both budgeted in the 2019 budget, both discussed several times, both outlined here today just to meet the requirement from the auditors. One is for the pool heaters, which will come in at a total of $45,831 for two. So both of those performed well for about 14 years now, and it's time to replace both of those. These are coming out of the capital loan that we had discussed several times coming into the year and this year. And the shade structures, which will come in at $31,500 to fix all of the shade and replace with new shade structures throughout the facility. Again, 14 years, performed well, have ripped and faded over time, getting beat up in the sun and the weather. Both will be being replaced and purchased in 2 weeks by the board.
I would like to say that I want to thank Public Works for the trail that they put in between Vine and Chestnut. I think it'll serve well for the people in Ward 1 and 2 that would like to walk to the pool. Make it a lot easier for them, and it'll certainly help the neighbors there that kind of get their property stomped on all year round. So thank you guys.
Thanks for the idea, Commissioner Rogers.
Great. All right, anything else, Commissioner Thomas? All right, under public safety, we have a code vehicle purchase as budgeted. I believe there's a housekeeping item. Is that correct, Aaron?
Same concept as what we had talked about with those purchases, and similar to vehicles we purchased earlier in the year for the police department. This is a code vehicle purchase. It's a Jeep Cherokee. It's replacing what we've had for years, a Chevy Cobalt, which is we have found not as much value from because of its size, so we're getting a bigger vehicle. We're selling the Chevy Cobalt currently on the municipal bid. Just on that note too, just so the board and the public are aware, we sold the old sweeper for $21,000, the street sweeper on municipal bid. Did not anticipate a number like that, so we're happy to see that to help us offset the cost of the new one. And just for everyone's reference, you know, ongoing, as we move forward, as we are purchasing new vehicles, we are always selling old ones and recouping that cost and investing them into new equipment and vehicles throughout the township. So this will be a new vehicle for the code department, as discussed and as budgeted, and it will be on the agenda in 2 weeks for final approval.
All right, last committee report, Finance Committee, Commissioner Andrews.
Yes, good evening. Hard to believe, but the first quarter's over, and some of the results are in. So the township collected roughly $50,000 more this year in real estate tax, represents roughly 93% of the total collected or budgeted for the year. Earned income tax is also slightly higher for the year compared to last year. And also to piggyback on the Park and Rec's report, there is still a discount period to purchase pool passes, and that is until May 3rd at noon. There's a 5% discount from now till then.
Everything? All right, Township report, Aaron?
No report tonight, Mr. President, besides what we had talked about with the road program and the other items.
Okay, Solicitor's report?
Nothing to report tonight.
Okay, that's always good to hear. And citizens' comments, the last on our agenda. Any citizens' comments? All right, no one's rushing up to the podium. Quick meeting tonight, but longer agenda in the next couple of meetings, so I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion by Commissioner Thomas, second by Commissioner Andrews. Yes. All in favor of adjournment, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, we are adjourned. Thanks for coming out, folks.